So, what to do when things get hard? 'Cause we all reach those times in life where it's just hard. You got this on your mind, that on your mind. Something may not be going the way that you want it to. So, here are my tips for what to do, how to make things a little bit better. Number one is to allow yourself to feel what you are feeling. Some people, they like to stuff those emotions down deep and just want everything to be back to normal, back to being fixed. But sometimes the best thing to do is to sit in those feelings and emotions for a good moment and just acknowledge them. Can't tell you how many times something is like going on in the moment I just be like, you know what? It is what it is, and just sit in those emotions. It goes away. Problem magically gets fixed or solved. So that is always my number one tip, is to just sit in those emotions, feel them, and let them process through. And take note of what may be coming up that you want to fix and work on. Number two is playing music right when you get up. Play a song that just kind of lights you up in the mornings, so that way when you get up, you're already starting the day on a good foot. And like you're already in a good mood, getting the day going. Because you could typically start the day going well. You can end it out on a good note. Typically, if you could conquer the beginning of the day, you got it. The rest of the day will kind of flow through. Making sure that you start the day with positivity, and sometimes just playing a song that it really, gets you in a good mood can help a lot. Number three, getting professional help. One thing I want to touch on is that there are a lot of people who are undiagnosed, and when they are going through these emotional episodes, they can do very detrimental things to their lives and to others. And so I highly recommend to seek professional help if you feel like things might be getting a bit more than you can handle, or if you just notice that maybe like talking to other people and you kind of see, wait a minute, what they kind of go through isn't really what I'm going through. I have really highs and really low lows. Or maybe when I bring up things, they look at me a little weird. Like if I'm seeing stuff that's not there or experiencing something that's not there, they kind of look at me a little bit sideways. But yeah, I would definitely say go and seek professional help. There are a lot of people who are undiagnosed, and they go through the world wondering, why is this happening? Why am I feeling this? And it's because you need to be on medication. You need to be on medication. Yeah. you need professional help. And you know, therapy may not always be the cheapest, but I recommend trying. Seeing what you could do, what avenues can you take. And then the next thing that I recommend is and it's kind of ties into the previous one, but talking to safe people who you are not going to run back with whatever info is spread it around. People that you can trust are not going to say something negative or make you feel worse than what you already feel in the moment. And so going and just talking to people who you can trust about what's going on can just lift a weight off of you and make you realize that, wait a minute, they've also gone through this. Or just having someone to talk to. As humans, you know, we're social creatures, and when you're just sitting there not talking to nobody, those things start to build up. So I highly recommend talking to somebody that you can trust and that you genuinely feel safe with whatever information you give them. And it's hard to find people like that sometimes. The next thing I recommend is getting outside, going outside, doing activities, going places. Because when you're inside the house, you're just sitting there in the bed, on the couch. All you have time to do is think about negative stuff. Think about how this is wrong, that is wrong. But if you're at a concert, man, you ain't thinking about that. You're thinking about having a good time at the concert. You know, going out to a new restaurant that you haven't been to. Hanging out with people. Not sitting at home all day thinking about how X, Y, and Z is terrible. How you feel. How you're so depressed. Sometimes constantly thinking about those things just make them worse. It can sometimes over-exaggerate what's actually going on. Then another thing, the next thing is, are what you going through or whatever problem you created in your head, is this truly a problem? Sometimes our brain can just create all kind of crazy situations that hasn't even happened yet. It's a what if scenario. But we're so fixated on it that our body, brain, and nervous system starts to think that that is true. Even though it's not real. It's just a what if, should if, could if. So those are the things that I recommend you to do when things are getting hard. To one, make sure you're not doing what if, should have, could have. Talk to somebody you trust. Because a lot of times you'll realize that what you're going through isn't, it's things that other people have gone through as well, and that you're not crazy. Seeking professional help, because some people haven't been diagnosed, and they're going through series of waves of emotions and not understanding why. And it's because they have a mental disorder that has gone unchecked and unsupported. And so, go talk to a therapist, go get checked out. I know it can be expensive, but your mental health is priceless. It's worth every penny. Because I can't tell you how many times I've seen people who have gone undiagnosed or gone through an episode or misdiagnosed, and they go and rack up credit card debt like crazy, selling this, selling that, just doing so much, losing their jobs because they've gone through their whole life thinking that what they are experiencing is right when it's not right. So, it is better safe than sorry to get professional help. Listening to positive music in the morning, doing things that just brings you joy, getting out the house. These are all things that can turn a bad moment in life into an alright one that you make it out of, one that'll just be a memory in the past. So leave down any other tips that you may have in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.